And the, yeah. And the...
No, I'm with you on that one.
Yes, like, you know, I feel like normally between 5 and 8.
Yeah.
That's kind of my time at home with my family.
Yeah.
This one just keeps coming up.
There's
keeps
levels.
coming on.
There's levels to it. Hi, and welcome to CRT Hot Ones. I'm John D'Antonio. This Colorado Gives Day, we are putting the CRT staff and some of our company members in the hot seat for hot questions and even hotter wings. Today, I am joined by one of the premier actors of Creed Repertory Theater. She has starred in countless shows. She is beloved. She is an absolute A-list celebrity within a 2-mile radius. You know her. You love her. She's the one. She's the only. Kate Berry.
Hi.
Hey, Kate. Thanks for coming today.
Oh my God, my nose is running in anticipation.
Oh boy. Yeah. So on that note, how do you like the hot food?
You know, I grew up in the Midwest, so it was not so great initially, because we don't have hot food there. Okay. They just don't make it. But moving to Colorado and learning about red sauce and green sauce and being married to a person who likes spicy food, I feel like I've upped my game. Like the Esteban at Kips used to be like super spicy for me, and now I can handle it. So we'll see.
You've been training at altitude.
I've been training at altitude.
Okay. Well, let's get started with number 1, shall we?
Okay.
What do you think?
Lettuce and vinegar. That's good. There's vinegary.
Yeah.
Feel it start to happen.
You are what I would call a dining connoisseur.
Mm.
We just got back from a board retreat in a big city, and Kate was like, you got to go here, here, and here. It was awesome. So I want to know, okay, if Kate Berry was a meal at a fine dining restaurant, what would be the meal that describes you? What is the incredible course that is Kate Berry?
Oh, I feel like I have several courses.
Sure, lay them on me.
Like, okay, I have to think about this. You want this to be short, right? But like, I don't know, because when people ask me, what's your favorite? Like, I can't answer it because there's so many things. I feel like we would start with probably like a nice cold soup.
Okay.
A potato leek or something like, I don't know, cucumber-esque. And then, you know, sort of cleanse your palate, get you ready.
Main course.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I'm gonna skip a salad. I feel like lobster risotto has to be in there somewhere.
Okay.
Because lobster is one of my favorite foods. I don't know. We had a meal with Chilean sea bass and lobster, and I'm still thinking about it. So I think I would be that. Yeah. That would be my main course. And then I think maybe an amuse-bouche, which is a one bite.
I'm gonna look
probably
that up.
Something you should. Amuse-bouche? I think it just means like one. I'm probably even saying it wrong.
Delicious. I've never had moose, but I'm in Creed,
it is not.
So when in Creed.
No, it's like it'd probably be like a sushi-based thing, cleanse the palate. And then I think we would go to some sort of chocolate dessert, lots and lots of chocolate, but like not store-bought, homemade.
I get it. It's got to be the good stuff.
Yes, yeah. Some sort of chocolate. I don't know.
I think that gives a pretty good picture.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, shall we move on to number 2?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Okay.
Los Calientes. Oh. Does it live up?
Okay.
So you're known as an actor here at CRT.
Ooh.
I got to know, what was your favorite show you've been a part of?
My all-time favorite show to act in was the Curious Case of the Watson Intelligence in 2016.
Cool.
And I know, like, you know, it sort of didn't have a necessarily happy ending or tied in a bow ending, but like, I looked forward to that process every time. Yeah. Like, I would get so nervous for just a second before I walked on stage and I sat at this computer with music by Jake Carver, the amazing Jake Carver.
Yeah, Jake.
And it just was like, and it actually did it was therapeutic in a way. I know, you're not really supposed to use acting for therapy, but let's be honest. It helped me work through some things. And I also love the Victorian era. It just gave me a chance to and I loved playing multiple versions of the same person or being. So that was really neat.
Okay, so flip side of the coin,
Okay.
that's the top. Every actor seems to have the nightmare audition story. Worst audition of all time. What was the Kate Berry worst audition of all time?
Well, a television audition. I was auditioning in Albuquerque for a show. I don't even remember what the name of it was. It was just a co-star. I think I was auditioning for a news reporter, and I went and I knew the casting director, and I breezed through. I did super well. I felt super good about it because they do a first read for you, and then they move you on to the director. And so in Albuquerque, because you live in Creed, you have to kind of wait around for 4 or 5 hours until they start the afternoon. And I was auditioning for Eric LaSalle, who was on, you may remember him from such shows as ER. He's in Wolverine. He's a very tall, commanding actor. And he was just sitting in there, and he's a gigantic man. So his legs are and I reverted to my 13-year-old self and was just oh my God, it's Eric LaSalle! Oh my God! And of course, with film auditions, they're you have to be off book because it's usually just a small. So I put my script down. That was my first mistake. I put my script down, and I try and do this little blurb. There's probably 5 or 6 sentences, and I get halfway through it and I go up. And I'm, progressively my heart rate is raising, and Eric LaSalle is just sitting there and I'm just no. And so I go again, and I go up again. And at this point, I'm getting angry and scared, and I'm I'm just gonna remember this. If I would have just picked it up and glanced at it for 2 freaking seconds, but that's not what I did. I kept going, and I kept getting more, and he finally is just calm down. And my brain is don't tell me to calm down. This is making it worse. And I finally got through it. And I was just so mortified with endorphins and pain and embarrassment that I feel I never worked again. Obviously that's not true, but some things in my life shifted. I feel I didn't get called in as much because I blew it.
Okay.
I solidly blew it.
He spread the word. He let people
I
know.
think he did.
Yeah. Okay.
And I know that he probably doesn't even remember that, but me, that is my worst audition of all time.
Okay. Cool. No, hey, that's not too bad. Well, why don't we turn the temperature up a little bit for round 3, Hellfire.
Right,
Feeling up to it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
My nose is already starting to. Right, left, or rebirth.
Okay. Kate. So, actors. Emotion on stage. Joy, laughter, tears, sorrow, love, anything in between, etc. I always love hearing about actors and their method, their techniques, and things like that. Where does the emotion root from for you? Is it a empathetic thing? Is it screw emotions in general? You don't need them. Just stay on action. Is it a method thing? Is it Kate Berry thinks about the first puppy thing. Where do emotions on stage root from for you?
That's hotter. That's growing. Emotion. I'm blowing my nose a little bit here. So I wouldn't call myself a method person. I played around with that a little bit and always made me profoundly unhappy.
Yeah.
I think that, most humans have felt the emotions that are contained within a play. It's just really, especially if you're in a scene with another person, about connecting with that person. And I've always had a problem with stuff that is she cries, because I think for me it's a little bit more organic, and I think there's a way of getting there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm a little fly by the seat of my pants with it, I think. But also I especially becoming a parent, like it makes it a bit easier for that to, I feel like you just think anything about your child, or if it's that sort of situation, and it's just like,
no doubt.
Yeah, but I think it's about the relationship with the other person, what your character wants in that moment, the thing that they're trying to obtain.
Yeah.
But yeah, method I think is profoundly psychologically harmful.
Could be.
And how I appreciate those actors and what they are able to. I also, what was the quote to? I'm going to mess up any of these people because all I'm thinking about is Spice right now. Anyway, the guy that said to the other guy, that's super specific, it's, why don't you try acting? To Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah. Laurence Olivier.
Laurence Olivier, yeah, and I don't even know if that's a real quote.
So on that note, Laurence Olivier, so like we're gonna do Jacob Marley's Christmas Carol.
Yes.
Feels like a Laurence Olivier-esque role. What should audiences expect if they come? Anytime between December 3rd and December 18th in the Ruth Theater.
Yes.
What should they expect?
Well, number one, it is a bit of a ghost story.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely some ghosts in there. And there's also, it's somebody finding their humanity and their joy. I think there's so much emotion in this little play. Like it's also funny. There's moments I think where everybody's gonna laugh out loud that are unexpected. But it's also like watching the transformation. I think even more so than you get to see with Ebenezer Scrooge. You get to see Marley, and I'm so excited to just like I've teared up or cried more reading this play than I ever did like watching A Christmas Carol as a kid, because I think you always knew where Scrooge was going, but Marley you didn't know, and this gives you a chance to see Marley's side of the story. So.
And I find more than A Christmas Carol, this play forces the audience to use their imaginations, and they become like double invested. I mean, hopefully, knock on wood, we'll see.
Because it's a very simple set. It's simple costumes.
It just jumps everywhere.
So it's up to you, John, as Jacob Marley.
I'll do that.
Everything rests on you. Not really. It's an ensemble piece.
Yeah,
it's an ensemble piece.
Who's playing Scrooge?
Annie Butler,
Come
also
check it
known
out.
as Ann F. Butler.
All right, enough of these niceties.
Okay.
Let's really do this. Round 4. Are you ready for this? We're going to
snap.
DeBomb. We're going big. You ready? All right.
It's distressing that there are only 5, instead of 10. Oh my God, that burnt some hairs out of my nose. I feel like I should take another bite, and then maybe not.
Yeah, try and finish that whole thing. No, I'm just kidding. You do whatever you're comfortable with. Motherhood and a life in the theater. Mm-hmm. A lot of our staff have all these little kids running around, and I know it's been a huge transition for your life now with your little boy. I'm curious, motherhood and acting, where do those intersect beautifully, and where do they not? Like, what's the word, oil and vinegar or whatever? Like, where are they like, oh my God, this is hard as can be?
I'm trying to listen to the words coming out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Where do they connect? Well, I feel like I'm really good at reading bedtime stories to my kids.
Yeah, that's
because
it.
Of me,
lucky kid.
Yeah. And also I'm excited as he gets older to like bring him to theater.
Hey, you both like milk.
We both like milk. I actually don't like milk, but I appreciate what it's doing for me at this particular moment. Yeah. And then where they are like oil and water, I think is just the schedule.
Okay.
And the
No, I'm with you on that one.
Yes, like, I feel like normally between 5 and 8.
Yeah.
That's kind of my time at home with my family.
Yeah.
This one just keeps coming up.
There's levels to it. Okay, tell me this.
You're handling it very well.
Here's $100,000, Kate. Colorado Gives Day is coming up.
Yep.
And I assume you're giving to CRT. But like, what at CRT would you like to see change with that $100,000?
Wigs, better wigs. I'm serious.
Yes.
No, and that's like, I would love to see us have an actual wig collection of like really high quality synthetic wigs and some natural wigs, but also like, please pay people, please pay people a livable wage in theater.
pay them with dreams, Kate. Pay them with dreams.
Pay them with dreams.
Okay, final round. If you go big, I'll go big on this one. And then we got, 2 more questions. So, you ready to
A
go?
lot of saliva.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go. This is it.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to drop the feed bomb on you, Kate. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Who is that human?
Okay, that's me when I think I was 6 or 7 years old. I just gotten my first cat. This cat's name was Amber, which was a dumb name. So we renamed the cat Booty.
Okay.
My mom and I always called her Booty Toots. So that's Booty, B-O-O-T-I-E.
Booty Toots.
Oh!
I was like, who is Kate in this picture? And I think you're back row, third from the left.
That's correct. Yep. Number 52.
You were a star?
No, I was not. I was the one-on-one champion at 8th grade basketball camp, though.
Hey, that's
I
pretty
can
cool.
play hella good defense.
That's awesome. Now this is probably my favorite photo I've ever seen in history. Don't know what it is, but I love it.
That is from a show called Psycho Beach Party at Theater Works in Colorado Springs. In 2014, I played a character called Mrs. Forrest. And I got some like man candy there.
What the heck is this? This seems like an HR meeting.
I know.
Needing to happen.
I feel like that's us in most meetings.
Exactly. But from constructive conflict is where solutions are found. All right, finally, Kate.
Yep.
We're gonna have to drop the song bomb. That's when a song suddenly starts playing, a song that you may or may not know, and the challenge is, can you sing along to it for 30 seconds? So we're gonna see if you can pass the song challenge.
This is too easy.
And you can sing any altered lyrics you might know.
Must have been cold there in my shadow. Oh, it's the karaoke version. To never have sunlight on your face. Oh my God. A beautiful something. All I can think of is my face burning. That's right now.
That'll do it, Kate Perry. You passed the Hot Ones challenge. Congratulations.
Oh my God.
Any final things you'd like to shout out to the crowd watching?
Gordon Ramsay's a
And we'll end on that note.